Hi guys. Now that you've successfully installed the SlideDeck for WordPress plugin, I'm going to go over some of the options available in SlideDeck. If we click on the SlideDeck menu item on the left here, we'll be taken to the Edit SlideDecks page. From here you can see all the slide decks you've ever created. Smart slide decks are indicated with a light bulb next to their name. You have the ability to click on any slide deck you've created to edit it, or you can click on the delete link over here to delete it. There's also some advanced slide deck options you can set down below. Now let's go take a look at some of the details of a regular slide deck. Let's go to my first slide deck. To start, each slide deck has a title, which is set up here. And then on the left here we've got each slide. Each slide contains a slide title, slide content. For the Pro version, it'll also include a slide deck background image URL that you can upload and send. This will actually give you an image or have an image fill the entire background of a individual slide. Or we can choose to convert this slide to a vertical slide. As you can see here on my second slide, I've chosen to convert to a vertical slide. So I've got my slide title, and then I've got each individual vertical slide content here and here. And then we've got my third slide. Up in the top right, we have our slide deck options. These options are specific to this slide deck. The first option is Autoplay. You'll notice that there's a little text field here where you can set the amount of seconds that each slide is shown before it continues to the next. So if you want your slide deck to automatically scroll through the slides, you would check this box. The second option is Loop Slide Deck. This basically just tells slide deck to, once it reaches the last slide, to automatically progress and start over again from the first slide. The third option is Show Active Corner Indicator. Each spine of a slide deck, when active, has a little arrow indicator letting you know that it's active. To see what that looks like, you can see here on this slide deck example, this little arrow right here is the active corner indicator. By unchecking this box, you're just telling slide deck to not show that active corner. The next two options control your keyboard navigation and scroll wheel navigation. The keyboard navigation allows you to use the right and left arrows of your keyboard to navigate your slide deck. The scroll wheel navigation allows you to use the scroll wheel of your mouse to navigate your slide deck. You can turn them off by unchecking them or turn them on by checking them. This next option allows us to hide our slide title bars. So for example, you can see here that my title bars are turned on. If I toggle this feature and then update my slide deck and then look at it again, you notice that the title bars are gone. The animation speed option controls how fast a slide will transition from one to the next. So the lower the number, the faster it'll move. The higher the number, the slower it'll move. Just pick something that suits your needs. Next we have our skins. SlideDeck comes pre-packaged with a couple of skins. You can choose whichever one suits your needs best. Alternatively, you could also go ahead and create a custom skin. This requires a little bit of CSS knowledge, but it's fairly simple, and we have a tutorial on how to get started as well. Then, the next option that we have available is which slide we want to start our slide deck on. By default, it's set to your first slide, but you can set it to anyone that you want. So, for example, if I decide to start my slide deck on my second slide, I can choose that, and then update. And if I view my slide deck, you'll notice that it starts on the actual slide that has the vertical slides, which is slide 2. Next, we have the reordering of slides. If we decide we want to go ahead and take the first slide and move it into the second slide's position, all we have to do is click and drag, and then click the update button. You'll notice now that my slide 2 is first, and the one that was previously my first slide is now in the second position. All the slide titles and content remain intact. If you want to add another slide, just check this button here, and another slide will come in at the bottom. Keep in mind you need to update in order for this slide to save. Now I have my fourth slide, and if you look at the bottom, my fourth slide's here. This next block here is a theme code snippet we generate. This is used to insert your slide deck directly into the WordPress theme template. We're going to go over how to do that later. So those are the options for a regular slide deck. Now let's go ahead and take a look at a smart slide deck.